Hey, I'm Cornelis. Welcome to Your Band is a Business. This is the place where I discuss the day-to-day realities of being an independent musician. Today, I want to give you an update on how it's been going with my latest single release and what I've been doing to promote my music. So yeah, I released a new song on Friday. Normally, I put out new music on Wednesdays because I believe there's less competition in terms of new music coming out. But I thought I would try something different and release the song on Friday, which seems to be the standard in the music industry. I'm always a bit of a contrarian, and I want to try things different to to what the herd is doing. So that's why I've been releasing songs on Wednesday. But I thought I would switch it up and see if it makes any difference. It's early. It's only, it's Monday today, so it's only been a couple of days. And so far, I'm not really seeing any difference, but who knows, maybe it will make a difference over the coming days. Now, to give you a bit of context, in case you're new to me and my channel, I'm an artist who in the summer reached 100 monthly listeners for the first time on Spotify, and that was organic, so no advertising or anything like that. That was just organic or organic plays that I was achieving. So for the first time in the summer, I was consistently getting over 100 monthly listeners. And over the past couple of weeks, I've been floating around 150 monthly listeners. So that's a 50% increase. And I attribute that to performing shows as well as posting on social media, mainly short form video content. Now, at the time I had 19 songs released, and on Friday I released my 20th song. So there you have a bit of a context. You have some context about where I'm at as an independent artist. So anyway, if you look at my Spotify dashboard here right now, you can see that right now I'm at 176 monthly listeners. And for those of you that follow me on TikTok, you saw that yesterday I was at 167. So there's a little spike here, and that's obviously because I released the new song. And what I did is I messaged all my friends on social media and people that are following me on Instagram, and spread the word. The way that I did it is that I told them, hey, I've got a new song out, and then I linked to my This Is Cornelis Gerard playlist with the new song placed at the top, and that's so that once they finished listening to that song, then the next my next song will play, and you won't have a situation where Spotify just chooses a random artist, right? So if you just send a link to an individual song, then Spotify will just play any other artist, but not you. So that's why I linked to that playlist, and I rearranged my songs in the playlist so that the songs after the new single are kind of in a similar style. The song is a bit of a funky indie pop song with trumpets. It has a jazzy breakdown. I don't know, it's a bit like The Killers or Madness, if you know them. And so after that song, I put my other most danceable songs. Anyway, so 176 monthly listeners, and it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, I will drop down again after this spike over the weekend, but I wonder if I will go down to 150 or fewer, or if I will hit a slightly higher equilibrium, because with every new song release, that's another song that people can stream. So just the fact that I have a bigger catalog means that on any day people have more songs of mine to listen to, and then obviously, hopefully, some people will have discovered me and through this new song, and that might mean that my monthly listeners increases. So yeah, I'm small fry. I'm not a guru. I'm not pretending to have it all figured out. But there has been an uptrend over the past year. I remember at the start of the year I was at 75, 80 monthly listeners. As I said, I reached 100 monthly listeners, and then over the past couple of weeks it's been about 150. And part of that is also because I was added to a playlist which seems to be bringing in 20 to 30 monthly listeners. So playlists are important, and yeah, I mean, you hear some of these gurus say don't focus too much on them, especially watch out for botted playlists. But it is a nice thing. I don't know to what extent it's an ego thing, because how many people will just listen to that song in the background and they won't become fans? I don't know. But all these different aspects of marketing do add up. Now, I've been running a Facebook and Instagram campaign in the background to promote a playlist. So I'll just show it to you here. It's called Traffic Playlist Promotion, and so far I've spent, what is it, $100 maybe? Let's see if I can go further back for this particular. Oh wait, £245. What is it? $300. I'm spending. I started with £3 a day, and I've dropped down to £2 a day. And what I'm doing is I'm sending people to a playlist, which I'll show you in a moment. It's a London-specific indie rock playlist, and the results. I don't know if this is good. A cost per click of 0.13 pence. Click-through rate of 2%. I think that 2% click-through rate is pretty good, because the important one is the click-through rate, right? So to get people to click through to the playlist. Let's have a look at Spotify. So let me just go to that playlist. Here it is. So far I have 125 saves for it. So yeah, it's called London's Best New Raw Indie Bands. So I've been really specific in terms of who I'm targeting, who I want to listen to this playlist, and all the bands that are on there, because I'm trying to signal to Spotify what kind of artist I want myself to be perceived as, or I want to be, which artists I want to be associated with, so that Spotify can pick up on that and then recommend me to relevant people. Now, a lot of you might have seen on Spotify that they've updated the artists, the fans also like section here, as you can see, and I've had a look at other people's fans also like, and it seems that almost everyone now has a whole full list now, whereas previously you might have only seen a couple. For myself, for example, I noticed last week, until the change, I had maybe 5 or 6 artists in this section, and now obviously it's completely full almost. And it's different now, definitely, because previously the artists that were here were mostly people in my local scene, bands that are friends or acts that are friends of mine, but not necessarily musically the same. So I think Spotify was looking at external social media signals and associating me as an artist with those acts, because we would tag each other in social media because we played gigs together or whatever, even though we have slightly different genres. Because we are friends, we would play gigs together, but the music isn't really in the same ballpark. But now it's all these artists. I had to listen to a whole bunch of them. They're all indie rock artists. They are all on the smaller side. I don't think I found any that had more than 500 monthly listeners. I think maybe 1 or 2 had more than 1,000, but the vast majority of them are under 500, with a whole bunch under 200 monthly listeners, and that's the ballpark that I am in. So this is really interesting to see that this fans also like section has been updated with what looks like artists that are really similar to me. The difference now is though that they are mostly from other countries, from North America mostly. So none of them, I don't think any of them are from the UK that I could see anyway. So that is different. Now, Spotify has updated the algorithm for this in the past, and they might do it again in the future. I remember one time there was an update and it got rolled back a couple of days later. So who knows, maybe this will go away again. But it's interesting to see this change, and I wonder, well, it will be interesting to see if going forward this will make a difference, because I clicked through to the profiles of these artists and had a look at their fans also like section, and yes, I was appearing in some of them, not all of them, because obviously it's not going to be a one for one in each situation, but I am included in their fans also like sections as well, for a whole bunch of them anyway. So potentially people that like those artists, those bands, will have a chance to discover me as well. So that's interesting, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this will have an impact on me. And yeah, what prompted, how does Spotify decide who to include? Is it down to all these playlists that I've created? Is it down to that specific playlist that I created, although that's very London centric? Is it down to AI analyzing the music? Because you might have seen there's some services out there that are very, very good at analyzing your music, and then it will tell you what kind of genre your music belongs to. We shall see. I'll have to see what happens over the coming weeks and months. But anyway, yes, currently I'm at 176 monthly listeners, and let's see how it develops over the coming days, and what how it will drop down, but how far it will drop down. So in terms of social media, let me just do a quick chat about, let me just show you that. So anything I do on TikTok, I replicate on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so for a while I was stuck in 200 view purgatory, and over the past couple of months I've managed to break out of it here and there. So you can see here 700, this one 480, this one 244, but then this one 1357, 690, 700, 687, 1460, 219 again, and this one that I posted today 689. So it's up and down, but it does seem like I'm able to regularly get more than 200 views, which is great. And the way that I'm doing that is by posting quite short videos. So often they are 15 seconds or less in length, and there'll be a POV or some kind of introduction text that gives the context. And I think that's what a lot of the people that are giving advice talk about. They say you need to give the context of what's going on. So I'll show you some quick examples. There's two clips from a live performance recently, so I'll just show you one of them. This everyday spell, that's nothing new. So yeah, I'm playing the song. I'll just pause it. And there you can see I wrote this song, Broken Bolero, about being at your lowest point when you feel completely broken, but remember there is always light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm telling people why I wrote the song and what the song is about, and yeah, that did decently well. This one the other day, this shows how simple stuff can work really well. So this is for my latest single, Can't Sit Still. I can't sit still, it's time for change. So yeah, that's just a clip that I took out of the window of an airplane. You just see some clouds floating by. It's 8 seconds long, and I just wrote this song about wanting to escape the day-to-day monotony in order to discover what the world has to offer. And then here I just wrote the name of the song and my artist name. And this one got more than 1,400 views and 114 likes. Now, how many those people are getting into the song, who knows? But it's it's nice to see. Okay, that took very little effort to make that. I have a bunch of clips that a bunch of video footage from that I take whenever I go on a flight, and that was useful. So that worked really well. And I'm mixing in live performances, meme kind of stuff. Did I show this one last time? I can't remember. The downward spiral one. This is kind of funny because I'm walking down these stairs in the tube, and I write POV when you're on a downward spiral, and then I explain what the song is about. And that got more than 1,300 views. And this one that I just uploaded this morning, again, it's 16 seconds, and I'm just pointing at my fridge with all my fridge magnets, which I collect whenever I go traveling, because this song has a bit of a vibe about it's about getting out of a rut, changing things up, exploring the world. So I'm really trying to lean into this travel aspect, and so the hashtags that I'm using here, you can see travel, holidays, wanderlust, travel inspiration, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of leaning in when it comes to the promotion of this song. As I said, whatever I post on TikTok, I post on the other social media channels as well. Sometimes the post is better, sometimes it doesn't do as well. It all depends. It's one of those things that something it just hits a different audience depending on who follows you and what the algorithm is. So yeah, it's always useful to just take whatever you're doing on one social media platform and post it everywhere. Okay, I think I will stop there. One thing I wanted to say is that I have a gig with my band on the 31st of October. So that's Thursday, the 31st of October at the Fiddler's Elbow, which is in Chalk Farm near Camden. So if you are in London and you want to see my band perform, then come along. And yeah, that's it for today. I'll keep you up to date with the promotion for this single. Let me know in the comments what's going on with your music. Are you releasing new music? How are you promoting it? What's working for you? What's not working for you? I'm not a guru. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to figure this all out, and I want to grow a community with other independent musicians so that we can help each other achieve our music dreams. Okay, that's it for today. I'll speak to you guys next time.